Hey guys, it's Mikko from ML Sound Lab, and this is why most guitar cabinets suck. Now let's start by saying that I appreciate the sound of traditional guitar cabinets more than anything in the world. I mean, that is what we're all used to, and that is the amazing sound that made rock and roll happen. Now these traditional guitar cabinet designs were made over 50 years ago with loud stage use being the main component for their use case, while us modern guitar players actually just mic up our guitar cabinets. And these guitar cabinets that we are miking up were not designed for miking up. So what I'm actually describing here is the whole concept behind ML Sound Lab's new IR format called Reflex IRs, and I'm gonna demonstrate it to you using the Mikko 2 plugin here. So this is Mikko 2, this is the world's most realistic guitar cabinet simulator, and I'm gonna be using this huge guitar cabinet collection to demonstrate this problem. So this is pretty much one of my best guitar cabinets that I have in my collection. It's a oversized 4x12 cabinet, and if you pay close attention to this graph here, you'll see that there's actually a lot of problem areas here in the mid-range. But this is the best sound that I can actually get out of traditional guitar cabinets. So no matter where I place a 57 on this cabinet, I cannot get rid of this mid-range issue here. And it's not only a V30 problem, it's not only just this 4x12 design. I can pick any 4x12. For example, an O-ring 4x12, same thing here. I can pick a Fane, and it'll have even more problems because it's a vintage cabinet. Still has that same issue in there. I can pick a Wagner, still gonna have that same mid-range problem here. Now, what does not have this mid-range problem is an open back combo design. So if I pick something like a Vox, you'll see that this actually doesn't have that mid-range problem that I'm describing here, but it does have a low-end problem. So all these open back combo designs actually have a more neutral mid-range, but there is a huge hump in the low mids, while you're actually lacking here in the actual low end. So this is one combo amplifier. This is another combo amplifier. Once again, no matter where I place the microphone, I cannot affect the low end. It's gonna be like this, low mid hump, then there's a scoop here, and then a subdued low end. Let's pick a vintage Fender style amplifier, and same thing happens here. Even though these amplifiers are known for having a huge low end, they actually have more low mids than low end. And these are sort of the problems that we're dealing with. I cannot influence this, I cannot get rid of this by placing the microphone in a different way. No matter where I actually put this microphone, I will have these problems. So now what we have is Reflex IRs, and these actually solve this entire purpose. And this is not a processed impulse response. I don't really like processing impulse responses. If you've used any of our IRs, they are always raw captures, and so are these Reflex IRs. What these actually are a better guitar cabinet design made for the purpose that people would actually use nowadays. Now this Reflex IR concept is something that I've had in my head for at least a decade now, and I've really tried my best to understand the problems that are part of traditional guitar cabinets. It's actually a combination of many things: standing waves, having more than one speaker, having phase issues because of that, many of these things. So I actually reached out to the person who I trust most about this, and that is Paul from Zilla Cabs. Paul and the guys actually have physics degrees, they have decades of experience making guitar cabinet designs. When I reached out to Paul about this issue, he was very quick and understood the problem and made my dreams come true. So what Paul actually made me was a modified Zilla Fat Baby with more bracing, more thickness, more all of this oomphiness, mainly because I'm always gonna compare it to a Mesa 4x12 oversize, and this needs to sound just as huge as a 4x12 oversize, but without any of the nasty problems that you get when miking up a 4x12 oversized cabinets. And in the end, what we actually have is ML Sound Lab's FRFR IR format. So full range, flat response, as much as possible with these traditional guitar cabinet speakers. So we actually have even lower low ends than an oversized 4x12 cabinet. And we have as much of a flat frequency response as possible. So why would you want to have these things? Well, this maximizes your guitar tone in the mixing process, meaning that you don't actually have to have the guitars as loud in the mix to be heard, meaning that this actually solves many of the mixing problems that people have when they're mixing guitars. You don't have the rumble in the low end, but you do have deep low end. You don't have many of the nasty things in the mid-range poking through. You have a very neutral response. And as always with MO SoundLab IRs, you have amazing mic ups, meaning that you have that high-end, super pleasant sounding. It blends amazingly with overheads and will not sound nasty even when used loud in the mix. And as you probably guessed, we've already released our Reflex IR product line. We're starting out with 3 different packs. One of them is called Djent 30. As you probably guessed, that is the main speaker from the 4x12 oversized cabinet used on the Periphery 3 album. So that is one you want to get. Then we have another pack called Green 90. So that is a greenback from 1990 exactly. That is probably the best greenback I have in my entire collection. And a completely new pack. We've never done this speaker except for that one plugin, and I was the first person to ever actually make impulse responses of this speaker, if you didn't know, based on the Eminence DV77. So that's essentially the Mick Thompson guitar speaker. So go check out all of these 3 packs. We actually have a bundle deal, so if you get all 3, you'll get 1 for free. So if you're interested in this Reflex IR system, now is probably the best time to get into it. Get all 3 packs. See you on the next one. I've been Mikko from MO SoundLab. See you later. Bye.